So be it, Jedi. He's no good to me dead.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
You know what's going on?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Star Wars After Hours. I am Stefan Spallino.
I'm Josh Combs.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm having a great week.
Rad.
Yeah.
Super rad.
Super rad. How's your week going?
It was good. I took some naps for Memorial Day.
Yeah. That's a good way to spend it.
Made a good tri-tip. Thought about Star Wars. Per usual.
Yeah.
Sweet. So
awesome.
We have some exciting announcements. This week, really, we're going to spend the majority of the time just going over news because there's so much stuff that got dumped in the last week. The last episode was really fun. If you haven't listened to that already, check it out. We did a news segment, and then we went over some of the creatures on Hoth. We did a little creature special.
We look at all the animals.
Yes, all the aminals and the kind of ecosystem of Hoth. So we hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to leave us feedback, you can do that at our Twitter, at our Instagram, or you could leave us a review on iTunes, which would be very helpful.
Very.
That's the most helpful thing.
And always remember,
you can do.
5 stars.
5 stars. So, I think that, or me and Josh think that a lot of people like hearing our news segments, and then a lot of people like hearing more nuanced deep dives into particular subjects, which is what we do. For instance, last week we did Hoth. We did an entire 2-parter on Plagueis. I'm trying to think of what other stuff we did. We did lightsabers.
Zombies.
Yeah, zombies, Star Wars zombies.
And a lot of the things of just like us making up ideas, like our ideas for like the animated series. There's some things that might be nicer if we can go into that alone and then deal with the news a different way.
Yeah. So me and Josh made the decision to split up the podcasts. We're going to do have 2 episodes a week now. We're going to have a section called our HoloNet news, and we're going to put that out on Wednesday.
Yep.
And that's where you can pick up all your news for the week. HoloNet news. That's what it's going to be.
Rumors, speculations.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Correct. And then Friday, we're going to put out an episode, and that's going to be the more creative one. The deep dives into certain topics.
And also like where we can do our interviews. So where we can go more in depth with other people from different podcasts, or, you know, anyone else we get to talk to, any other guests. Kind of gives us more time to focus on that rather than, you know, having to squeeze in the news and have all that stuff. So I think that it'll be better, a better listening experience.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to like it more.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's so many places to pick up news for Star Wars nowadays that maybe you don't want to listen through a whole news section for us to talk about our main topic, you know?
Yeah.
And we're going to have a bunch of exciting stuff coming up for the more creative side, the Friday release. We're going to have Josh Taylor on.
Yeah, that's going to be next week. I believe it's next week. We're going to be talking about the Akira Kurosawa's samurai films and how we can see them in the Star Wars movies, how they influence Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, so that's really cool because I love samurai movies. And actually there's one on Netflix. Now I can't remember. It's like Roshingen or something. Roshingen?
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. This is a newer one that was actually produced or co-produced by George Lucas.
No way.
And Francis Ford Coppola, with Akira Kurosawa as director. And it is amazing.
What's it called? Do you remember?
Let me look it up, actually.
Yeah, so we're going to have Josh Taylor on, and that's going to be really fun because Rian Johnson has reportedly, I think he said this himself actually, taken a lot of influence from those films. So we're going to kind of dive into those and, see what could possibly be used for Star Wars. And then I think I'm going to try and get Stephen Kent on from the Beltway Banthas podcast, and we'll do the dreaded Star Wars political episode, which, we have to tackle at least once. What's that movie called?
I'm having trouble now looking for it. But let's talk about our new love of Le Croix. What do you think about your Le Croix?
I just took my first sip. It's just tastes like sparkling water with just a drop of raspberry flavoring in it.
And it's so French that it's made in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it just looks like Shasta. Looks like a can of Shasta.
Yeah, definitely.
This is riveting radio.
Dude, okay. I'm just not going to find it. I'll put it on the screen and I'll edit in me saying it, but you'll totally tell that it's recorded at a different time because I know my voice won't match how I am right now. But whatever it's called, it's about this guy that is about to be killed, and they find out that he looks exactly like the ruler, the emperor of this one this town or this area. And so that emperor needs a double. And so this guy's like a thief. He's all a drunk or whatever. And they have to teach him to pretend to be the emperor. And I don't want to spoil it because there's a lot of cool stuff that happens, but it's funny. And I actually cried watching this movie.
Oh, Josh.
It's powerful. And it's all Japanese with subtitles, and it's, I think there's a thing about subtitles that makes it so you're more into the story. You know what I mean?
You got to pay more attention.
Yeah, so it's you're in on it, and it's just, Akira Kurosawa kind of captures so much in that film, and I feel so bad that I watched it 2 days ago.
I think I know what you're trying to say, though. It's that Snoke is a Japanese samurai.
No, Snoke is Akira Kurosawa.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm just gonna bypass that.
Right. Okay.
I'll put in something.
That's
I'll put
fair.
in something right here.
Kagemusha, the Shadow Warrior.
Okay, that was the name of that movie.
Awesome. So ironically, ironic, isn't it? We just talked about the new format, but our episode today is just strictly news.
Yeah, because I think this is a little... We're not going to have anything on Friday, but we'll have this released tomorrow, Wednesday. So, and also my computer has been having rendering issues, so sometimes some of the episodes on YouTube are a day or a few days late. So yeah, everyone that wants to watch instead of listen or do both, you guys can go back and check on it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Speaking of YouTube, man, those videos are coming out great.
Our videos?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with those.
Putting in work.
Putting in work, exactly. And we're also decided to put out more YouTube content.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and do some shorter videos.
Yeah, because we can bring out, like, we have so much that we go over, and it's nice to have, with a few episodes I did the little digestibles, like cut up a little part,
Right.
which is cool. But I think what we can do is like pick a part out of something that we talked about and then like kind of go over that specifically for like 5 minutes or whatever, or 10 minutes,
Right.
Stuff like that. So we'll just fit those in there randomly, but we're definitely going to stick with Wednesday is going to be the Star Wars After Hours HoloNet. And then Fridays are going to be the main series, Star Wars After Hours.
I think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to like it.
I'm excited about that. I think we have a lot of content like per episode. I mean, breaking it up into 2 episodes, they're long enough to listen to that,
Right.
But
right.
we can, go into stuff more. But speaking of videos,
What do you got for us?
I've got a video.
Video of what? Oh. I don't need it.
Okay. This was posted by I Am Addicted to Star Wars. It's a pretty awesome page. I don't know who made it.
It's a Facebook page.
Yeah, it's a Facebook page, but I'm not sure who made this.
Sure you're up for this? Hell no. I'll go in and try to find Rey. The troopers will be on our tail. We have to be ready for that. Oh, there's an access tunnel that leads... Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? I'm trying to come up with a plan.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you
Oh my God. That was amazing.
So for the listeners, that was the intro to Friends, but it was edited with clips from The Force Awakens. And that I had to bring that up. I'm not sure who made it. Once I find out who made it, I'll credit them, but yeah, it's pretty
That was
cool.
Fantastic.
Let me get back to where I was. There we go. Yeah. So, if you're listening to the podcast, I recommend that you go to this episode and watch it. Or I'll also post a link on the description.
Sounds good.
Yes. So now we're getting into the real news where we're finding some stuff out.
Let's do it, man. Let's jump right in.
Legos.
Yeah, we got we got a bunch of Lego set leaks. And we got to see a lot of cool stuff. This first one here is our Foha.
Yes, First Order Heavy Assault Walker, aka the Gorilla Walker.
Foha. Josh, what do you think of this thing?
It looks nothing like a gorilla.
Doesn't look anything like a gorilla. It's cool.
It's
I'm
cool. And then this is also Legos. So
yeah, I mean, Lego's gotten pretty accurate though.
yeah, they have.
So it's pretty much just a bigger AT-AT, I mean, it's more heavily armored, but
Well, technically,
the
it's
whole
not bigger.
gorilla thing. I mean,
I know these are minifigures, but if you look at the size next to that, if those are scale, they might be smaller.
oh god,
I mean, what if they're
Yeah,
like
okay.
in between AT-AT and AT-ST?
Well, from everything
Maybe
we
you-
heard from previous leaks, I don't think that's the case. But
That's true, because they might be they're supposed to be big.
okay, now I'm looking at this more closely now, and I can kind of maybe it looks like the front legs are a lot longer than the back legs. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, and they're like more reinforced, and it looks almost like they could be like fast. Like maybe they can like spring off those front legs. Maybe that's what they mean about it being a gorilla, because a gorilla relies on its front, on its upper body, and
Yeah, it kind of swings itself.
yeah, and
forward.
kind of drags its back legs.
I just don't. As far as the posture goes, I mean, it looks like it doesn't look like a gorilla. I was expecting
all.
more kind of like a hunched over.
Kind of like the Clone Wars. What is that called?
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about though.
The walker. I don't remember what the name is.
Yeah, with the 6 legs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember.
I know we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And then let's see the. Ready to go to the next one?
Yeah. So this set is going to be really expensive.
Yeah.
It is a First Order Star Destroyer. A little hard to tell how detailed it is. But the important part of this is we get... Excuse me. The important part of this set is that we get a look at Snoke, and we get a look at BB-8. Not a regular BB-8 though, a black BB-8, a black BB unit.
Yeah, this is a black BB unit, and I think they're calling this the evil BB-8.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen it as, which is kind of ridiculous.
So that's interesting, but the interesting part here is Snoke, because he's wearing... We got a leak from Making Star Wars a while ago, and it was saying he was wearing a gold robe, and lo and behold, in this Lego set, Snoke is wearing a gold robe.
Trying to find a closer one.
Yeah, he looks to be a normal size figure, which is a little strange.
Well, I mean, all minifigures are like the same size, no matter what. Even the Chewbacca one, the only difference is that it has a different head.
Yeah,
That's the only reason it's taller.
I mean,
So,
they can do different things though. They
Yeah,
can,
like
there's Hulk figures, there's like T-Rex figures.
They're just more expensive. They don't come with the full packs like that. But yeah. So I found a better picture, I think.
He looks very human though, and people brought that up, of course. And Pablo Hidalgo responded to it with a excerpt from the Force Awakens novel, which basically just said he was humanoid but not human.
So there's Snoke right there. So he looks, I mean,
He looks like an old man, basically.
he just looks like an old man.
Oh, and I didn't notice. Is that the black stripe on that stormtrooper?
Yeah. Bless you.
Excuse me.
So it's got the whatever the stripe insignia that means something.
Yeah, so we had a leak that said that there was a thing called Executioner Stormtroopers.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Those were supposed to have the black stripe, but on here it just says First Order Walker Driver. So maybe the Executioners are different, and the leaker just was seen the Walker Driver, or there is no Executioner, and it was just a Walker Driver.
True. That could also be like a name that they were using at the time, you know?
Correct.
You know? I need to find that Pablo Hidalgo thing really quick because I have that up here. Actually, let's just go through the rest of these things. Oh, I had a closer picture of it.
In your slide.
Yep. It's an off day, guys. But it's okay. First Order Officer. First Order Shuttle Pilot. First Order Stormtrooper. First Order Stormtrooper Sergeant. And the only difference I see is the little arm thing. If you can like barely see it. Basically, it's just
pauldron on the right side.
Yeah, so basically it's just gonna be like you put that on, then you put the head on top of that, and then this what does that say? BB.
It's like impossible to see. BBDE 9E,
something like that. I don't know, but it's a black BB unit. So I mean, Poe said that it was that the white and orange was rare. So I'm wondering if all of the BB units are originally First Order.
I mean, it's possible.
So he had to like reprogram it, and like that's the only one that's white and gray, or white and orange.
K2 vibes reprogrammed.
Yes.
I found the Pablo Hidalgo tweet if you want me to rattle that off.
Oh, well, I have it right here. So here's that. Go ahead and.
Okay, so this is an excerpt from the novelization of The Force Awakens that Pablo Hidalgo tweeted out when people were asking him if Snoke was a human just because of the Lego set. And it says, seated on the raised platform that was the focus of the chamber was the blue-tinted hollow of Supreme Leader Snoke. Tall and gaunt, he was humanoid, but not human.
Not human. Yeah, so we definitely know that he is not Ezra Bridger. This is the actual tweet right here. It says, I guess this question has come up. Snoke's humanity, as described in the novelization of The Force Awakens. That's what Stefan just read right now. But people are still going back and forth about it. And it's just so funny that when people try to argue with Pablo Hidalgo, it's like he is Star Wars. Like he like puts it together. There's no one else who knows it better than him.
Right.
So it's just, yeah, it's
pretty
funny.
funny.
It's all these funny people. So I'm gonna go back to this one right here.
Okay, so this is a Lego set that we got. It's titled Resistance Bomber, and a lot of people thought this was a repurposed B-Wing, which, I mean, it looks a lot like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a strange design, but it's cool.
So is this in space? And what were the ones that we saw on Crate in the trailer?
That was not these.
It's similar in like how the like fins are and kind of how the ship architecture, I guess, or designing is. Maybe that's something that's part of Laura Dern's character, because we heard that she's going to be bringing in more of a different style.
Yeah, no, these are the things you see at the end of the trailer during the space battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotcha. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
So for our listeners, it's the things that everybody was calling a B-Wing. It's called the Resistance Bomber. It's elongated, and we have some almost Clone Wars era looking gunner bubbles.
Yeah.
On the ship. There's one at the bottom of the main fin, and there's one at the back by the thrusters.
Yeah, there's some weird placements of it. So it's kind of, they look like, I don't know. It's almost like they built this ship off of different ships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but yeah, I get the prequel vibe from this.
There's a ton of guns on this thing.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
There's the entire bottom wing of this. I don't think it serves a purpose other than to have more guns on it, because there's a there's a gunner bubble. There's it looks like maybe a proton torpedo coming out the front of it. There's 2 main cannons. Well, it looks like more than 2. It looks like
4,
there's
5, 6.
Yeah, there's anywhere between 4
to 8.
4 to 8 laser cannons on the front of it. There's some thrusters coming off of the main back wing. There's a gunner bubble up top, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another gunner bubble at the rear side, and I can't tell if those are even more guns or if those are just more thrusters.
There's 2. I'm going to tell you that. I'm pretty positive that's 2 little gunners in the back.
So this thing is insane, dude. This thing has no blind spots.
This looks like an upside down shark almost.
Yeah.
And then off of every fin there's a
gun. Or like 4 guns. This is the craziest looking ship I think I've seen. I mean, this thing flying through space with all of its lasers firing, it's gonna
it's definitely going to be prequel-y.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
But I'm glad to see what they're going to do with that style, but with the technology we have now and the way that Rian Johnson's going to film it, knowing that he does want to rely on practical effects as much as possible.
I mean, it's creative. I'll give him that.
Yeah. I like it.
I'd feel safe in one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends on where you're taking it. If you're in one, usually it's because you're going to have a bad time.
I guess that's true.
So, next, we got a whole image dump from Vanity Fair. We had not even just images, but information. There's a ton of it, and a lot of people have covered it, but we have just kind of narrowed it down to like the most important things I think that we need to talk about. First of all, aliens.
Yeah, aliens. So we got a picture of a cast of characters at Canto Bight, I think it was.
Yeah, and also I've heard that it's the city of Canto Bight. They haven't said anything about the planet. So there is still hope for it being Corellia. Because it said the city of Canto Bight.
So this was a photo shoot, and Vanity Fair released it, and so me and Josh just picked out the most interesting ones. If you haven't seen it, it's an interesting photo with a bunch of very odd looking creatures. How would you describe their attire? It almost looks like an old painting.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's like a mixture between like Elizabethan England.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then also like 1930s ish, like, you know, Great Gatsby type thing.
Yes.
And then I don't know, then some weird looking woman with an upside down dove on her head. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so there's some interesting aliens here.
Yeah.
And there's one that everybody was freaking out over because they thought it was a Bothan.
Hashtag not a Bothan.
And Pablo Hidalgo came out and squashed that one almost immediately, which I don't understand why you'd be so eager to. I mean, that's what they look like.
Yeah, they're shorter, but still, I mean, they haven't shown up in very many games.
Well, they were in Battlefront.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that. Yeah. So
they look like little horse people. That looks like a horse people.
Because I played one in Star Wars Galaxies. That's At a certain point. Yeah.
You could be him. And
Yeah, it was the last thing. I forgot what the last expansion was called, but
I don't remember that.
is when I quit. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, and just the creatures. I'm not sure if this was.
I like this one. We
Yeah.
have one that looks like a, how would you even
It
describe
looks
him?
like the abominable snowman from the Matterhorn at Disneyland.
Not even, dude.
But I mean, its body, but the face
looks like a
looks
guppy.
like a weird frog, like frog fish.
Yeah.
It's like the face of a frogfish. No, it looks like a turtle. It looks like the face of a turtle if it was also a fish.
Turtle fish. So we have a turtle fish yeti, and then we have I don't even know, a cow type.
Yeah,
creature.
His like ear areas are like antlers or something. Like not antlers, but like not even horns. I don't know. There's some type of bone or something coming out of their head.
Yeah, and this is my favorite one right here. It's like a, you know, this kind of looks like, it looks like one of the big shrimp thing under the water in episode 1.
Yeah.
But it's the size of like a little monkey.
Yeah. Those are cool because that's actually in the Star Tours.
Oh,
You can go to go to Naboo and go underwater with the Gungans and stuff.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome. So there's a few of those that are gigantic, but not these little small handheld ones. I'm sure that this man, I don't know his name, but I'm sure that I should. And I'm guessing that he is the main prop builder or creature designer or something like that.
Yeah, and then the last...
Because he's got a striped hoodie. That's what I'm saying. To the listeners, he's got a striped hoodie on, just chilling, holding this little puppet. So
Looks like his hair's bleached, too.
either that or he's just like older and he kind of has like, he was blonde and then now he's going white. Anyways, I don't know why we're describing the person that doesn't need to be described.
Yeah, so lastly, there's a rather terrifying humanoid creature that looks like the Thing.
I'm not sure, because at first when I looked at it, it looked like a woman like looking through like a plastic, like a inflated plastic. That's what it looks like, but that's like all like a blob. That's like her skin.
Yeah, that's her skin, dude.
So it's like if a woman's face was surgically like
implanted on a giant boob.
I was gonna say like a hut, like the back of a hut's head.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, say maybe there's a hut on the other end, and that's just on the back of the head, like the was it on Harry Potter?
Oh my god.
Where the thing had no, that was in it was the same guy. No, it wasn't the same guy. Anyways, that was in shit, what is that? American Horror Story. That one where the guy has a little head behind him also. Whatever.
Yeah, she's pretty hideous.
Yeah. And then, but right next to her is this guy that has like a monocle, but it looks really like steampunky kind of. It looks like almost like a camera lens type thing. And he's got a glass. They have very nice looking glassware. But I wanted to mention one thing that Ryan Johnson said, is that Canto Bite, the way he described it, the way he designed it, was that it was just like the Wonderland for rich assholes. That's he said it was for rich assholes. Like that's exactly what he said.
Oh my god.
So this is about all of the people who are above the law and above the empire, above the First Order. None of that touched them because they're so rich that they don't even care. So this goes into a higher class, and I really like this because this is total social commentary that needs to be talked about. It's because like people like look at things like, oh, this is like the the Muslim problem, like with ISIS or whatever. They're not Muslim problem. I'm saying from their point of view against Star Wars, they're like, oh, they think this, so I'm gonna go against them because they think that the Muslims are insurgents in Rogue One. Yeah, so I mean the past few, they've had some sort of social commentary, but I think it's been kind of speculated more than it's been purposely. But
it's not the episode for that. But
no, I'm
think,
saying that
no,
this,
I'm
saying that this one, Ryan Johnson said specifically that this is about the high class. This is about the banking class that are above everything and kind of controlling the First Order from the top.
These are the people that are so rich that they don't care what happens to the world.
Exactly. So this is real. I mean, this in real life, this happens. So that's cool.
It'll be really, really interesting to see what Star Wars has to say about the elite class.
Yeah, definitely. And they definitely look like rich assholes.
They do. I wonder how that frog guppy snowman made his money.
I don't know. At first it looked like he had a tie, but really that's just that woman's head.
Yeah.
Like her hair. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the diversity in it, like just in even the clothing. Because you can tell that people are from different planets, but they're in like their best attire, you know, and they live here. So it's not even like, I'm guessing that there's no like underworld to this area. I mean, there's so many rich people.
It's probably just a rich people place.
It's like Dubai.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Pretty much. I'm guessing that that's kind of what it's modeled
Dubai.
after, is
Yeah.
kind of like that sort of thing. And then I think there's something else that's really important that we need to talk about.
What is that?
Oh, well, actually, let's talk about this picture really quick. It's just Luke and Rey standing next to each other. Luke's got a brown leather glove over his cybernetic hand,
Which is what touches the book in the trailer.
so we know that that is his hand touching the book, or whatever. Someone thinks there's an orb or whatever in there. We don't know.
Rey
But
still has her Darth Plagueis lightsaber.
yes, I was just gonna say Rey still has her staff, and I think is that the blaster? I think that's a blaster in the
it's
holster.
blaster.
Oh, quick thing. Lucasfilm has officially changed Anakin's lightsaber to Rey's lightsaber now.
Really?
According to Pablo Hidalgo and Kathleen Kennedy.
Huh. Okay.
So, yeah. You got one of these like stone huts.
The beehive hut.
Yeah.
Maybe Luke's.
Maybe Luke's, maybe Porg's.
Maybe maybe it's a porg hut. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What is this little spire in the background?
It kind of looks like a moisture evaporator.
Evaporator. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, something like that, or maybe some type of communications tower, but he's probably like, maybe he's either cut off, like, because we don't know, maybe he's not here by choice at this point. Maybe he's been there for so long and his ship has crashed, no one knows where he's at, and he can't get any communications out. So maybe he's not exiled. That's one thing I didn't think about until right this second. Maybe he's not exiling himself purposely. He's stuck.
All possible.
Possible. And he's all pissed off because no one came to save him. He's like, fuck the Jedi. That's why he's mad.
Why'd you guys leave me out here? Poor Luke.
Because this old guy had the map. Had this dumb little chip.
Oh, God.
I want to see where that came from, too. I really hope they address that. Because, I mean, it just comes out randomly in the beginning of the movie that,
Lor Santeca.
yeah, that he has the map.
Without the Jedi, there can be no balance in the Force. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it with this image. It's just Luke and Rey. Possibly Luke's house. We don't know.
Yeah. This is definitely filmed out at what you call it?
Octu, Skellig Michael.
Skellig Michael.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley looks dashing as ever. Mark Hamill looks spry for an old Jedi.
Yeah. Looking good.
Looking good.
Now, here's something big. First, I'm going to talk about the one on the right because, for the podcast listeners, you don't know which one's on the right. But this is Laura Dern's character, Admiral Holdo.
Holdo.
And so she is an admiral for the Resistance. She's got short purple hair.
Yeah, she does not look like an admiral for the Resistance. She's in a very elegant purple dress that kind of sticks to her body, and it's very slim, very tight, and it has almost like a long hood. I don't know. I'm not a girl. I don't wear dresses. It's like a long, looks like a cape almost.
Yeah.
It's all purple, and her hair's purple. Short purple hair.
Yeah, it's kind of like Marilyn Monroe type curly, like light purple hair. But my thought is that maybe she is the part of the Resistance that has ties to like the banking class or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe she's part of that elite class we were talking about earlier.
I feel like Leia's gonna be more. I mean, obviously she's more, Old Republic, like that, original. Kind of that's how laws went and everything worked out. Whatever.
Yeah, Leia's from the Wild West. Leia's rugged, and Holdo looks elegant and royal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, even though that Leia started out in, in the government and stuff, like, that she would go to the council and they would have a whole different type of government than what they built now. And I'm thinking that now money has more influence on even the Resistance.
Yes.
So I think that's one big thing that's going to be like a kind of an internal struggle within different parts, because we've heard that Leia and Holdo don't really like each other very much.
I can see why. They don't look like they'd hang off together.
No. And now, let's go to the left side of the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
The character I'm most excited about.
Yeah. This is not Guillermo del Toro. I always say that. Benicio del Toro. This is his character. And he has been said that they're planning on him going unnamed throughout the film, but he is going by DJ.
Yeah. DJ, do we have any speculations about that?
So we've heard different things from different people. Like, everyone has speculations. I haven't really broken down any of like the EU characters that they could have based the names off of, but I know that they're not doing that. So it's kind of worthless to go back and do that, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be resurrecting too many EU characters.
He's got a sweet duster.
And he's not what I thought he was to start out with. I thought he was going to be some type of crime lord. And he looks more like a kind of like a pool hall guy, like he looks like a gambler or something like that, but he could be tough.
He looks tough to me.
He looks pretty tough, but the way he's dressed kind of,
he looks rugged. He looks, who he looks like? I mean, I'm getting like a smuggler vibe. I'm getting like a Dash Rendar,
true,
Han Solo sort of rugged survivor type almost.
The thing that throws me is his jacket. or like his trench coat, I guess.
Yeah, it's a duster.
Or duster, I guess. It's, you know, it's just a nicer thing. So maybe he is like a, you know, pretty rich, high-end smuggler.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, he's got a hip strap and he's
True.
wearing like utility boots.
Yeah. Dude, this is gonna be crazy. Because we don't know his name at all. Like, other than DJ. So these are the two things that I've heard. It stands for Dark Jedi. I don't know. It's like it's a code name or something like that, and then we're gonna find out it's Ezra or something. Big yawn on that one.
Yeah. Yawn.
And then another thing, people think D is for Darth, and then the last one's starting with a J.
Yawn.
Yeah.
I know why he's called DJ.
Why is he called DJ?
All right. He's going to have a scene, and it's going to be in a club. But no, that's not where I'm going with this. So there's some music playing in the background, and he's going to strut into the club, and he's going to be like dancing around, kind of moving around, and then he's going to whip out some blasters and just shoot some people. But he's going to do this cool little dance first, I think. He's going to be shaking his hips, walking into this club, and then bam, 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 bam. That's
So
how
you
they
think
get
he's
the
going to
name.
be smooth?
Yeah,
He's
bro.
going to be a smooth criminal?
He's going to be a smooth criminal.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum,
Yeah,
ba-da-dum.
there's going to be some music playing. He's going to walk into this club, dude, doing a little hip shake, a little shimmy. Kind of got some attitude, got some Benicio del Toro flair. He's going to do a little spin, whip out his blasters. Bam, bam, bam. Fried.
True.
And that's where they get DJ from, just from that one scene. That's like their little nickname for him.
But why though?
I don't know. I just like I like that idea.
You didn't explain why DJ though.
Yeah, because of the music's playing in the club, and he does this little dance, like he's
So-
like feeling the music, you know.
You're saying that he is so powerful that when he goes in the club, he takes over the music just by his moves and his maybe just by shooting people.
He's just DJ, bro. Like he's smooth.
Speaking of the my neighbor behind me
He's
is
practicing to become a DJ right now.
Yeah, he's like an EDM producer, like, and he just plays like different like trap music and house music and stuff all the time until like 5 a.m. But it's pretty awesome.
No, I can't wait to see what this character is. Who is he? What's he doing? Who's he work for?
What's up, DJ?
Does he work for anybody? I don't know.
Yeah,
Good
Never
guy,
know.
bad guy, middle guy.
I think he's gonna be more. I think he's gonna be a middle guy. He's gonna be a middle. Is that all the pictures I have from that?
I think those are all the important ones.
Yeah, those are all the important ones. I mean, otherwise we just get another picture of Rose. Oh, we got her last name. Forgot what it was. Not important.
Apparently she has a sister too.
She's got a sister that
It's
most
also in the
likely is.
Resistance.
Yeah, she's most likely gonna die or something like that in the first act. I don't know. Says some people. Whatever. No one knows.
No one knows. Yeah.
So now I'm really excited about the next standalone movie coming out. And it was confirmed that it's going to be decided next month. And it's to be released in 2020.
So they don't know what it is yet. They're just gonna announce it next month.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're gonna have like a huge that they do have a huge list of things, of movies that they want to do and different stories going on. But
What's your guess, man? Because I have a guess.
I don't think they're gonna do Boba Fett.
I don't think so either. I think that got canned.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to come back. I think maybe he'll sneak his way into some type of bounty hunter movie. I want an Obi-Wan movie, which would be interesting if they kind of threw some stuff in when he was in Tatooine. But I don't think there would be enough content in that story to make a feature film, an entire full-length film. But there's so many things that it could be. I don't think it's going to be anything to do with like Rebels. I don't think it's going to have to do with anything continuing Rogue One. I don't think it's going to have to do with the original trilogy. I mean, it could be the Old Republic, but
Doubtful.
I
wish,
very
but doubtful.
highly doubt it, because that's not really going anywhere. I mean, there's still that's stupid. Well, not stupid. It's cool that people are doing something about it, but the petition that's never gonna be read by Lucasfilm about all of that stuff going on Netflix. Why didn't they just say going on? Like, there'd never be a Netflix series of like Star Wars. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Never.
They could make too much money doing just movies.
By the way, I've been getting notices that Clone Wars is going off on June 7th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they were supposed to take it off a few months ago, and then now I guess it's actually going off.
Yeah, but so sad.
Yeah, so everyone who wants to watch the Clone Wars animated series, go to Netflix now.
Right. So yeah, I have a guess, and I think that the kind of fan noise has been loud enough to the point where it's gonna be an Obi-Wan film between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
What he was doing on Tatooine, which I don't know how you extrapolate that into a whole movie, but who knows?
They're
mean,
smart.
it could. They are smart, and I have faith that they could make it good. I just don't know how rich and like meaningful of a story you could come up with. Because I mean, Rogue One, it changed, everything about the whole series for me. I just don't know if there's, some. How does an Obi-Wan film like make the franchise better?
Unless it's going to be like a 127 hours type movie where it's like just like one like little scenario that takes place of him alone in a cave, like fighting off things and having to survive or something like that. That's the only thing I can see, because I don't know anything other than, I'm sure he had run-ins with sand people. I'm sure he had to deal with Jawas stealing stuff, but it's like,
yeah, those are, that's
maybe crate
cool.
dragons. I mean he knows the call, because that's what that noise is originally. When he makes that noise, it's supposed to be the crate dragon call, but then they changed it after that in the special editions.
Did they change that?
Yeah. It's a whole different sound.
They changed the noise, but it's supposed to be a crate dragon call, right?
Yeah, it definitely is, but it doesn't sound like it at all. Because I've heard a crate dragon on Star Wars Galaxies, and I don't know if that's
I used
canon,
to spend hours just kiting them as a bounty hunter on Tatooine, and just running backwards and snaring, and I'd never be able to kill one. They'd always, I guess I would take too long, and their health would just refill.
I would love going, you put down your house around an area where there's crate dragons, and you can just go right in between your door, and if you get a certain angle, you can shoot out at them if you're a rifleman or have any type of rifle, and they can't get to you, but it takes forever to just pick off a Great Dragon alone.
Yeah.
So that shows that could be a difficult situation. But we know that he knows how to like control animals with the Force.
Yeah.
We know that both Kanan and Ezra learned that as well in Rebels. So I don't know if maybe he has his pet Great Dragon or something ridiculous.
So I guess what I'm asking is, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to see a comic in that era. That'd be really cool.
Okay, a comic would be cool of him fighting Great Dragons and Sand People or whatever, but
yeah.
I don't know what greater meaning it would have for the overall story.
Oh, I just had a thought. Remember in the new Darth Vader comic how it shows him going back to Tatooine to kill the Sand People?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan lives on Tatooine, and so does Luke. Do you think that maybe Darth Vader felt anything? I know they hadn't seen each other between then.
Yeah, they couldn't have seen each other because
definitely not. But it's,
presence I haven't felt since.
Yeah. ...
Well,
since what?
Yeah.
They left it open. I mean, the whole ending of Revenge of the Sith wasn't thought of in 4, 5, and 6,
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything, whatever. But yeah, I
trust
possible,
them to,
but why?
I trust them to do a good job with whatever it is, because they've earned that from me so far with the 2 movies that we've gotten. But I just don't see the point as of now. Like, Rogue One, the biggest thing I took out of it was that stupid little design flaw was there for a whole reason. It made Star Wars as a whole better, because the stakes were so much higher, and we got to see the sacrifice that this whole regimen of lovable characters went through to get the plans. And
yeah, it strengthened the entire story and made it more humanizing.
Yeah,
when you watch A New Hope now, especially just that first scene, realizing that those guys just like most of their friends just got chopped up by Vader, and then they just got away with a few like going through hyperspace, and then they finally find them at Tatooine.
Right.
You're like, shit, this again?
Yeah.
So they're all just waiting at the door knowing they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And then Princess Leia, knowing that he knows that she was on that ship, just nah. We're in a diplomatic mission. Same thing with Captain Antilles. It's like he's just lying out of his ass right there. Just
yep. Yeah.
But we need to work this out. What do you think it's going to be? Like, realistically, do you think it's going to follow a character, or do you think it's going to be following a situation? Because we really didn't see Rogue One coming at all.
We didn't.
So this could explain something that we don't even know needs to be explained. This could explain the Luke's chip or whatever. Some type of thing in between that where it follows some other person where that map is lost or whatever. Because that's like the sequel trilogy's version of the Death Star plans. It's like the not exact same thing, but very similar to that.
Oh, you mean R2, where like he lives? Is that what you're saying?
No, just having the fact in Rogue One, they got the plans
to the Death Star, yeah,
and then they used the plans to build the rest of the trilogy. So imagine that there's a situation in between 6 and 7 where someone needs to find that piece of the map, and they send out these people similar to that, So basically the Death Star plans in the sequel trilogy is that map to Luke Skywalker.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So if they made a Rogue One version of that everyone would complain about it, but it would make sense.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Oh, it's that movie," but it's like, well, like, how did they get it? You know?
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to go into the Church of the Force, the Book of the Wills, like that type of stuff. But
there's so much that I want to see, but I'm trying to think of what they'd actually do.
I know, it's like, especially hearing this now. I mean, we'll find this out most likely at D23. That's going to be like on July 16th. So, I definitely plan on going. Stefan.
If I can get the Friday off, yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, because that's going to be very, very fun, because they're going to be announcing the Han Solo official title. They're going to be announcing a bunch of stuff for the Star Wars expansions in the parks. And they're going to be announcing that, I'm pretty sure they're going to be announcing that new standalone. And I expect another Last Jedi trailer.
That's a loaded
yeah.
It's a loaded D23, man.
All this stuff happens on Saturday. So, yeah.
Oh, if that's on Saturday, then I could.
We just have to go down there. We can either do a day trip, or we can go later and stay with Pat.
Maybe I'll just leave after. We can leave after work Friday.
Yes. So everyone that podcasts and stuff that's listening to this, we will be at D23 if you want to hang out.
Yeah, I'll commit to that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's say that for now.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, I can't think of what else, and I think people have just been saying they want it so much that I think they'll announce an Obi-Wan Solo.
I don't know, man. I really want to. I mean, we could make this a whole, main segment type thing.
And we will once they release what it is.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like on what it could be. I mean, I know we're talking about it right now, but how we did with the animated series.
Yeah.
Like, we came up with what we think, or what would be good, what would be realistic. But yeah, I mean, it could go into the Mandalorians. I would really love to see that. And that would be more of a type of like King Arthur type thing. Like a more medieval movie.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
I would love to see more Mandalorian stuff.
Mando stuff.
What do you think, though? Do you really think that it's going to be Obi-Wan, some sort of that? Or
yeah, that's my gut feeling, man.
Yeah. I mean, he wants to do it.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, he definitely wants to do it. He said that. But yeah, I mean, we don't have anything else over that. I think we'll just do a whole the actual, when we move into the HoloNet and then the Star Wars After Hours main show, I say we do a whole main show on that, on a new standalone.
Yeah, we'll have to think about it for a while.
Yeah, because I mean, we're just kind of like
spitballing here.
Spitballing. Yeah, and
that's
so
my alarm telling me to go to sleep if I want to get 8 hours.
I don't do that. I got 4 hours last night.
Yikes.
It's cool.
What else do we got here?
Okay, so this is really cool. We heard the contrary of this before, and we reported on it. But now we know. Confirmed, Luke and Leia will have a reunion within the film, according to Pablo Hidalgo at Comic-Con Chile. Chile.
They have a Comic-Con in Chile?
Yeah. There's a bunch of Comic-Cons.
Interesting. Okay, well, good. That's what I have to say about that.
Good. Yeah. So there has been speculations whether it might be in a flashback from before Ben Solo became Kylo Ren, or it could be some like really brief thing. I don't know, because I don't see them going on a a mission together in this
No.
next thing.
Hopefully they meet back up, not in a flashback, because I'd be really sad if none of the OT characters got to see each other again.
Yeah. I mean, other than Han and Leia, but that was
Well, yeah,
right. Only they got like, I
They're
don't know,
like, "Hey, what's up? Go on a suicide message or mission." Okay,
suicide message.
go on a suicide message. Hey,
Do
what's
that.
up? Oh yeah. What's up? Oh, cool. All right, bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here, go die.
New jacket? No, same jacket.
Go kill yourself.
New hair? Yeah. Hair? Yeah. Jacket? Yeah. No.
Resistance.
A hug?
Yeah.
I saw our son.
Snoke.
Bring him back alive. Done.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Han.
Yeah, that was a great summary of.
Of that meeting and that whole...
That was actually my favorite summary of that I've ever seen of the Han Leia in The Force Awakens.
Yeah. It explains everything with very few words.
Yep,
But even though they used very few words.
they did.
Yeah. But you know what? I think that's it on news.
I think that's it. Yeah.
And we're going to talk to you really quick about a new book, Star Wars Rogue One, Rebel Rising. Follows Jyn Erso from when she basically leaves the hatch with Saw Gerrera to when she is abandoned by Saw Gerrera. And so how that is that whole thing is built. And you can find that on audiobook. If you go to audibletrial.com/Star Wars After Hours, you can get a 30-day free trial, free audiobook, and if you cancel, you keep that audiobook. There's a lot of really cool audiobooks. There's Thrawn on here too. A lot of these have like sound effects and stuff too.
They do. It's true.
Yeah.
So 2 Jin books.
Yeah.
We love Jin. We have the best looking ladies in the rebellion, don't we, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If I'm folks, then yes, I say yes.
Yes.
And next, I also want to talk about mycomicshop.com. And there's so many things that you can get on mycomicshop.com. You can get it says comic books, buy, sell, trade, consign, and collect. We offer modern, Bronze Age, Silver Age, and Golden Age comics. If you're looking for a hard-to-find back issue, we probably have it. If we don't, add it to your want list and we'll notify you when it's in stock.
So you can find like everything here.
Yeah, you can really find everything. And it says pre-orders 35% off.
Dang.
So you can pre-order a lot of Star Wars comics. Like they have all of that stuff. Especially Darth Vader.
Yeah. Darth Vader, and we've seen an excerpt of it and it looks rad. The quality of art is very, very good.
Yeah, it's like it's poster quality, like, you know, original.
Oh, yeah. No, it's beautiful.
70s, 80s poster quality art. Especially the covers. There's multiple cover variants as well as all the other comics. You can find the mall comics. I think 4 just came out. Was it 3 or 4? I don't remember.
It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
And 4's coming, so put that on your want list.
Yeah, I'm planning on using mycomicshop.com soon. I'm definitely going to get the Vader series. I want to get caught up on Maul.
Yeah.
And somebody told me that Venom got a new solo run.
Yeah.
So I will be reading those.
Definitely. These are also things that you can get on mycomicshop.com. There's this whole pack of the original Marvel Star Wars comics. And these are like from the 80s. And they're awesome.
Kind of looks like He-Man holding a lightsaber.
Yeah, I think it is. It's pretty much
That's a little odd, but
or something like that. I don't know what's going on there.
man, 35 cents, dude.
Yeah, 35, 30 cents. Like, think about that. And like how much these are worth now. And the crazy thing is that when you buy them in like a package deal, it's like a lot cheaper than if you found these individually. So you can find that on mycomicshop.com.
Roger that.
Get all these. You can find the Dark Horse Star Wars stuff too. You can also find this print of Ralph McQuarrie's concept art, and it is signed by Gary Kurtz, which is the producer of a few of the Star Wars movies. So again, go to our website, StarWarsAfterHours.com. Go down to the mycomicshop.com banner, click on that, and when you purchase something, it'll give us a little kickback just for telling you to go there. And that's really your best place to get comics. It's super easy. They've been around for a really long time. They started out as just a regular comic book shop. Now they sell online anywhere in the world, I think. So it's pretty awesome. Now, Stefan, tell us about this right here.
Yeah, so we're giving away a Black Series AT-ST. It is awesome. You need to enter this giveaway. We're going to use a random number generator, and it's $1 per entry. $1. $1 gives you a chance to win a $60 hard-to-find Walmart exclusive figure.
And that's $60 retail. If you look on eBay.
Yeah, $60 is retail. eBay, they're like $90.
Yeah, and it's hard to find anything without a dented box or with, a lot of the stuff like returned or something like that. But
I'm probably going to get one of these for our studio too.
That would be awesome.
Him and our Rancor, Todd, can fight. But anyways, to use or do an entry, you go to Indiegogo.com, type in Star Wars After Hours, and donate to the AT-ST giveaway.
Yeah, you can also find that at our website, StarWarsAfterHours.com. Just scroll to the bottom and click on, I think it's this exact same picture. So
yeah,
click on this picture.
We're going to pull the plug on this one soon too. So get those in and we will announce the winner. Not next episode, but probably the one after, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We'll do that on the first episode of the HoloNet. Let's
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We will definitely do that. And this is really awesome. And I mean, it's $1 and you can win something really cool. But at the same time, it's actually helping us a lot because we need to get better camera. It's a cell phone. We're using a cell phone.
Using a cell phone to record.
We need to, build our new studio and upgrade some stuff. We've made some little upgrades in our temporary area right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything that you donate to this is going straight to the podcast and rebuilding or building the infrastructure of this entertainment.
Yes.
And I believe that is it.
That is it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Star Wars After Hours. We hope you liked all of the news, and we hope you are as excited as we are about all the awesome changes that will be coming soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to do, just a reminder, HoloNet, Star Wars HoloNet is going to be, or Star Wars After Hours HoloNet is going to be our news segment. It'll be on Wednesdays, and then the main Star Wars After Hours show will be on Fridays. So definitely look forward to that. We will start that not next week, but the week after. So yeah.
Jedi.
I think that's it.
Good night now.
He's no good to me dead.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
You know what's going on?